Hi, welcome to A Foreigner in the Philippines. Well, I'm loudering my voice because it's raining, and we did want to do this interview with Tracy because he is the man, and I mean the man, about the internet, and has done incredible things for us. Amazingly, we've been able to upload videos from home. And guess what? This may seem like something you take for granted all the time, but last night I was able to watch a video here in the house on YouTube, which is just amazing for us because we've been struggling along, driving down that road, that damn road, and doing all of that four-wheel driving, and we've been able now. Then we had to go to Taliban. We had to sit in a restaurant. We had to pay for food. We had to make it so that we were combining it with eating lunch or eating dinner, and we were able to use the free Wi-Fi there. Actually, it wasn't free, was it?
I charged 30 pesos for charge.
30 pesos. So we used to pay for that too. Gas, wear and tear on the truck, and the time that it takes to go up there and come back. A big thing for us. So, is Nana screaming your voice?
That's fine. She just want to greet Happy New Year.
Oh, okay. All right. So, what we're doing here, you will have seen that there is a man sitting next to me who you may not know is Tracy, and he is the one that has brought about all of this change. And so, we're going to talk to him now, and I'm going to try to anticipate the questions that you may have on how this can be done, because you may, if you're in the Philippines especially, you may be in that situation yourself where you can't get a sufficient signal. So Tracy, can you tell us how you've done it? It's a miracle for us, probably something that you've taken for granted as something that you do. How have you done it?
I'll start at the beginning. Terence and Beth were given a modem from some, I think Denmark or something.
Yes.
And although it was erratic in its operation, it wasn't reliable enough. So when I got here, I thought it was about tuning in the antenna, the external antenna, which was on the end of the bamboo pole. That didn't seem to work, so I went into the settings in the modem and identified that there was only one frequency that it would work at, 1800 megahertz, which is the globe frequency. Even though it would work at 1800 megahertz, we still couldn't get a signal for some reason, and I thought maybe the antennas were faulty. So I got man Narado to drop the antenna, and it's a sealed unit, so there's nothing I could do. It came to the point where, all right, what do? I think we'll just have to try a new modem. And we ended up buying a Globe Wi-Fi modem. It's called Globe Home Wi-Fi. It's an off-the-shelf product. I think it's a rebadged Huawei modem, and you just stick your SIM card in it. And luckily enough, it came with 2 antenna connections. So when we brought it back, we used the antenna connections off this modem to test it, and it's running now.
So this is the one that we had prior to Tracy coming. If you're looking at this one, Beth, right? So this is the one that we had. This is the modem that we had, and this is the router, isn't it?
That's a modem router and a Wi-Fi router.
Right.
Now it did pick up 3G, but 3G was just too slow. It did pick up the 3G frequencies,
right,
but it was just too slow.
Right. And what we now have is that one there. Do you want to close up on that, Beth?
So this is the 4G, 3G, 4G and LTE wireless router, and it's got Wi-Fi as well.
And this one is for the Philippines, and the problem, maybe some of the problem with this was that it wasn't made for the Philippines.
Yeah, that's part of the problem.
Yeah.
And maybe the antennas is also the issue, but just not 100% sure.
Right.
Another problem identified with the antenna is, because it's a directional antenna, I identified a number of towers around this area. There was 3 towers, one at, I think it was at Tafi, one at Inabanga, and then one at Taliban. So I got the coordinates off my GPS, and using the coordinates for Terence and Beth's house, I drew a line on the Google Maps and was able to work out the angle that I needed to point the antenna. But being a directional antenna, it didn't really help because I later identified that it was punching through mountains, because I think on the way to Talabon it's a 190 metre mountain. On the way to Hatafi, it was about a 90 metre mountain. So the directional antennas wouldn't work in this situation, in my opinion.
I think wasn't it that we are at 90 and
we're at 30.
We're only at 30.
We're at 30 metres.
And the nearest level up on the next mountain was 90 metres.
Yeah, so you've got 30 metres here, 90 metre mountain, and then the tower's at Hatafi. So with a directional antenna, you're trying to punch through the mountain, it's not going to work.
Right.
If the tower was up higher, it may have worked. So what I did was, we bought the modem, stuck the little rabbit's ears on, or what I call rabbit's ears, and as you can see, we're getting internet now. The modem's on, the modem's got a LTE signal, and it's got a Wi-Fi signal, so Beth's actually uploading movies now. Occasionally we get 1 bar of signal, because it's raining. We've got this inside at the moment. Beth's favourite place at the back landing. When we put it out there, we get 1 bar of signal with these antennas. So I will purchase on Lazada a couple of omnidirectional antennas, like the antenna you have on your car radio. It's about this high. It's 3G, 4G and LTE. And once they arrive, we'll be able to disconnect these antennas and screw in the antennas, the long antennas, and put them outside. So I'm expecting about 2 or 3 bars, and with that we should actually get a bit better transmission rate. So the height of the mountains was a problem, the modem was a problem, and I'm still thinking the antenna was a problem.
Right.
So
what we've got up on that bamboo pole, we have an antenna. I always think of an antenna as being one thing stuck up like this, but what we got on the pole is like a unit, a sealed unit against the weather, and that's what it's like say about that, and that's what you are turning, so that's what we've actually been up against there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a square dinner plate,
yes.
Trying to face it, but we're punching into the mountains.
Yeah.
So with the new antennas, I'll be gone when they arrive, but Beth and Terence know what to do, and Dwayne, he's going to be here for a couple more weeks.
Right.
I've asked him if
he has a similar technician.
He's a communications engineer.
To you, yeah.
So his knowledge will be up there.
Right.
And I've asked him if he can just come up and help set it up, and we'll see how we go. Now, we're still only getting about 2 megabits per second download, and about the best I've seen is 0.2 upload, and that's been enough for Beth to upload the videos. More recently, we came across another expat who's actually bought a home Wi-Fi package off Globe, and he's sitting near the tower and he's getting 10 meg download and 5 meg upload, and I was just blown away by this. He's actually buying the speed, he's buying a 10 meg download, and he's not that far from the tower, but that doesn't matter. When I did some testing with this modem at the Wayside Inn, which is about 100 metres from the tower.
Now this is in Talabon, the Wayside Inn is in Talabon.
I was sitting closer to the tower than the expat is, and with the current modem and the current data plan, we're still only getting about 2 megs download speed and about 0.2 upload speed. And that's just to do with, I believe, network congestion. There's just so many people using the Globe network, they're just trying to slot us in there when there's a free space. Now, with the home Wi-Fi, with this new data package, you're actually paying for a higher speed. You pay a bit more for it, and you're pretty well guaranteed 10 meg download and 5 meg upload. So that's where we're going now. We've contacted the IT guys from the Globe contractors, and they've been out to Brian's house to have a check of what will and won't work out there. They've had a few problems, so we put that on hold until these antennas arrive. And once the antennas arrive and we've got a good signal, 3 or 4 bars, we're going to get the IT guys up here to come and do a recce of the area and yay or nay and say yes it can or can't be done.
Right.
But by paying the extra few peso, and it's not a lot, this chap is getting 10 meg download So Beckham will be able to load, well at the moment I think it was a 3-hour video in 15 minutes. You might knock that down to 3 or 4 minutes upload.
Which with our record of sometimes uploading 10 videos a day, that will be a huge benefit to us. Right now, even if it does take 20 minutes or half an hour to upload a video, compared to what we had to go through on going to Taliban, that will still be a huge benefit to us. And we would, thanks to Tracy, even if there is only a marginal improvement when the antennas come, it will still be possible for us to operate from home. And then obviously at some different parts we're going to be going into Taliban, because that's part of our life, is travelling into Taliban for everything that we need. So Taliban is not ruled out. And the other thing that I wanted to say while we're talking about these mountains, we are in the middle of what most people would call hills rather than mountains. Mountains, I always think of the north face of the Eiger, and that's not the kind of mountain that we're in. The mountains that we're in are based on the elevation and not on the look of them. So, but in fact, if you look out on the videos that show you the kind of scenery that surrounds us, we're in the middle of hundreds or possibly thousands of square miles of rolling hills of varying altitudes, and that's what we've been up against, and that's what Tracy was able to pinpoint as being part of the problem. So
Yeah, thank you.
My pleasure. So from here, we've got the internet working. We know we can get 1 bar if we move the antennas outside. We're waiting for the antennas the whip antennas to arrive to improve the signal strength, and then the next step is getting the faster data plan, paying for the speed, which will be amazing.
Yeah. So if you're in the Philippines and you're struggling along with the kind of problems that we've had, hopefully this will help, and Tracy will have helped a great deal more people than just us. We've had specific questions asked, what kind of modem? Well, we try to answer those right now. If we can give any more information, we will. You just got to bear in mind that while Tracy is here for just another couple of days, it may take a while to get the answers that we need. If you ask a specific question, which dumb klutz that I am on techno subjects, it may take a little while, so be patient, but we will do whatever we can to pass on the information and the benefits that we have learned as a result of our friend Tracy coming along here to help us out. And that was always high on the agenda for Tracy. Right at the very, very start, when we started to communicate, he started to ask some technical questions which we couldn't. I mean, he asked for the coordinates of where we live. He may as well, I don't know, he may as well ask for the formulas for making atomic bombs. We wouldn't have known
I
that
think
either.
we message about whether is it north or south facing.
Yes.
And I said, and Terence asked me, can you do that so that we could answer Tracy? And I said, just say north and south.
It's important. You got to know where the antennas are and where the
I was
towers are.
saying that you need to find out now whether it's south or north.
Right.
Where is the tower? And I look at the tower and I said, just tell him north and south.
Yes. So she gave me the same instruction for Tracy that she would give for me. It's over there, right? Or just tell him it's over there. But anyway, when he asked me some of the questions, I said that, well, I can't answer those because my technical expertise is limited to, I think a megahertz is a really bad headache. That was that was the only thing that I could think of to say. So we're really grateful to Tracy for all that he has done. As per, it just seems to be the MO of everybody who comes here. They come with the intention to help, and Tracy certainly came with that intention, and boy, he has produced some great change, as well as just being one who fitted right in with the with the family. In fact, Nanai, who has never given anybody a hug in her entire life, allowed Tracy to give her a hug. Wow. Tracy, you're the man.
Yeah, and Nanay said, I got 3 sons now.
Yeah.
But she forgot its daughter. Sorry,
Yeah.
Brian.
Brianna.
Well, the joke on that is that when Brian was here last night and we were all having dinner, and we talked to, and Tracy had said, well, I feel like I'm your son, I'd like to be your son, and she said yes, and but she did what a lot of Filipinos do. They have difficulty with gender, so very often when you're talking to a Filipina, she will be saying he when she means she, and vice versa. So Nanai said yes, and Brian is my daughter. So we've changed Brian's name to Brianna, and when he sees this video he's going to kill me. But anyway, nobody could look more butch than Brian. Okay, so this has been A Foreigner in the Philippines. We hope that that this chat about the internet and being able to get a good signal, or being able to get a workable signal in remote places, will have been a help. If we can help any more, and bearing in mind my little megahertz gag, you can get in touch with us, and even if we can't actually work it out, I'm sure that Tracy will, and he's tapping me on the shoulders here, so what?
I'll send Beth the link for the modem and the antennas, so the people in the Philippines can actually see what we used, and if they need to, they can download it.
Right, and in any case, when we put videos up, Tracy is an active subscriber, so he actually will be looking at the same comments. So when you put a comment in there and you ask a question, if he doesn't answer it, we'll want to know why.
Yeah, and I think on our visitors that are coming here, Tracy has a lot of admirer.
That's right.
Yeah, he is the hottest
yes.
bachelor in...
He is available, he is single, and he doesn't want me to say any of this, but of course that's because he has this thing of he doesn't want to be viewed as a sex object, but he'll put up with it if he has to. And to the subscriber that says, I would like to give him a kiss on the cheek, if you can get over here in the next couple of days, you may well be able to do just that.
I'm blushing.
Okay, so thanks for looking in. Please like, comment, subscribe. Please subscribe. It makes a great deal of difference. You being invisible, you're not actually visible just because you subscribe. It's not a matter of revealing your identity, and just because you comment on one of our videos does not mean that you will be buried in an avalanche of similar comments just because you commented on that particular video. YouTube is not Facebook. It doesn't operate the same way. And if you make a comment, then your comment may be answered by other people, but it's not up to you to feel as if you must make another comment on that. Your email box will not be buried if you don't want it to be. Okay, so thanks a lot, and bye for now.